Hey, welcome to Haunting TV. I am Jeanette Andromeda.
I am Kristina.
Yay! We are out in the woods. Kristina is in flip-flops and having little tiny frogs ribbit over her toes.
I'm freaking out whenever something, even the breeze, just hits my leg.
There's one about to climb my leg.
You lied. You didn't.
No, I totally did. We gave up.
Yes, we did. We cannot handle nature. Actually, in fact, this cute little bush is about all the nature that we can handle.
I like the outdoors. You know, I like it on a postcard. I like it from the car. You just wave to it and be like, hey.
Oh my gosh. It's too hot out. There's so many frogs.
Yes.
And now we want to talk about the Demonologist.
We're actually going to do it this time with no interruptions.
For reals.
The twig just moved and I thought it was a snake. Paranoia's real.
So the Demonologist is written by Gerald Daniel Brittle.
Gerald Brittle. Gerald Brittle. He
There you
sounds
go.
kind of British to me.
He does, but he's probably American.
Yes.
So Gerald Brittle.
Who is a priest?
I think so.
Someone in the religious field.
Venue. Sphere
Yes.
of influence.
Yes.
The Pope might like him. I don't know. What is the Demonologist about?
Well, it is about Lorraine and Ed Warren, who are demonologists. They've basically dedicated their entire lives to just helping people with supernatural occurrences, like haunted houses, stuff
Demon
like that.
possessions,
Demon
things like
possessions,
that.
black clouds that all of a sudden enter and go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you are familiar with movies like Annabelle and The Conjuring, those movies are based off of stories that come from this book. And this book is based off of the true life things that Ed and Lorraine Warren actually have experienced. I feel like the best way to describe how this book feels is it's as if you're sitting on a porch with Ed and Lorraine Warren. They're like sipping tea or something, and they're just telling you stories about demons.
This is so casual, it happens all the time. It's so crazy because, okay, there must be some truth to it or something. Potentially. And I was absolutely terrified reading it. I locked the doors, locked the windows, checked the closet. I was dying. I wanted to buy a dog. I wanted to do stuff to make sure that I was safe from demons.
So the Demonologist kind of goes through many stories inside of Ed and Lorraine's experiences. It tells you about the things that they've collected in their years of demon hunting, and they have an actual like museum of possessed items that's here in Connecticut that you can visit and like take pictures of the Annabelle doll and all of these possessed things.
I will not be in attendance.
Have not had the pleasure, but Alexander, Immortal Alexander, went and got this particular copy of the Demonologist signed by Lorraine Warren herself. So in this book it goes through stories like Annabelle, where there's a possessed doll wreaking havoc on the house, and the one that I think I had the most reaction to was The Oppression, which was where there was like a poltergeist or some sort of demonic attack happening in here, and there's like photos from the thing with like chairs levitating, and I believe that this story is what The Conjuring's based on. That's the thing about this book though, you really kind of have to suspend your disbelief to enjoy the stories of it.
Right.
If you are a religious person, you might get more out of this than we did.
Yeah, it's kind of religious heavy. I mean, you have to keep in mind that someone in like the religious community, someone in the religious community was the person who wrote these stories down.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of religion. It's reinforced by it. You know,
Yeah.
Satan, God, humans,
Demons, angels,
everything
etc.
is sort of talked about.
Yep.
But otherwise, it's not bad. We
Yeah.
still enjoyed it.
I really did, and I'm not a particularly religious person. So like usually having something that's a little bit more on the theological side turns me off, but I still really enjoyed the stories as they were presented in this book, and it can be off-putting the tone of it, but it's just the content is just so powerful and so interesting that, I mean, I'll say it. I believe that these things happened. I really do. I believe in ghosts. I believe that there are things that we don't understand, that there are demons, there are just bad, malevolent energy out there that can cause havoc in our lives. Whether or not it's demons specifically, or angels or God, I don't know. But I know there are things that are happening.
I agree, because it terrified me, so I must have believed it to some degree at least. And another thing that I liked about it is you get these stories, but you also get a story or a few about Lorraine and her husband Ed and how they themselves interacted with these demons.
With the things.
Like a black cloud coming in and all of a sudden you're paralyzed, you can't move. I don't know.
And
weird things.
There are things that happen to Ed and Lorraine that's just terrifying. Like there's one where they're driving home and just things keep happening to their car and like phantom cars are appearing, and it's just like there's some crazy stories in this book.
Driving a car is no longer safe. Sitting in a car is no longer safe. I mean, the more books I read, nothing is safe. I'm just gonna
there's
sit in
no
a padded
safe
room.
place.
There is no. Oh my God. There's no safe place.
Sorry,
Help
my
me.
evil laugh came out. So, I think we're gonna give this book how many stars?
4 blood spattered stars.
Yeah, I agree with that, because it is really heavy on the theological side, so it does detract from that for the average public, but the stories are just so engaging that they get a nice strong 4 blood-spattered pointy stars of awesome blood-spatteredness.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Go check it out.
Indeed. And we'll put links down in description land about the Warrens, about The Conjuring, and the movies that are based on their exploits, even their website. You need to go see their website. There's some really cool stuff on there, but it's really old-fashioned, like straight up little flashing gifs and things. It's kind of adorable. They need to update it. But we'll put the link to that down there, and to the Warren Museum, which is really cool. Alexander has photos from his visit, which I'm a little afraid to look at, like, because there's supposedly a photo in there that he took a photo of course, because he's a photographer and he can't help himself.
I'm
But
afraid of what you're
if you
gonna say
take
right
a
now.
photo of this photo, it's supposed to like pass a curse along. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to bring that home. What are you
What
doing?
was he thinking?
He's thinking that looks cool. It's how every horror movie starts.
Oh, no. Well, next week it might just be me, because Jeanette will be
Going through the archives.
something.
Until next time, we will see you here on Haunting TV, and you should subscribe and join us on more of our failed forest adventures.
Yes, please do.
The place I jumped to wasn't no better. I am back in
Tardy
Frost.
Anxiety. I'm having flashbacks. Flashbacks
Little
to
tiny
photos.
frogs.
I still feel them crawling on me.